Okay, listen to this. Okay, you're gonna do this in just a minute. How are you feeling inside? These are tasty cupcakes for your ears. Look at that shade. All right, if you know what I did, great. If you don't, great. We're gonna go over all this. No chord charts. At the end of this video, I'll link another video that has a close-up of my hands and all the charts for all 12 major and minor triads. Okay, now let's get to this. Before we do what I just did here, okay, we're gonna do some other triads, but are all gonna be in the same chord progression. Okay, so you guys, how many guitar players are gonna stay stuck in this forever? And I'm not knocking this, but we just did a C, G, we did A minor. That's exactly what we did. But they're gonna stay in open chord land forever. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what you wanna do is start adding triads, different pieces of musical information to your catalog so you can blend them and sound better. And the end goal is to have more fun. I keep preaching that, having fun, having fun, having fun. So let's do this. Before we get to these inversions, okay, and don't let the music theory talk melt your ears off or make you throw up. I'm gonna give it to you because eventually it's gonna start to click. You're gonna have little light bulb moments. Just gotta hit it. Repetition, repetition, rhythm, repetition, rhythm, fun. Here we go. So here's a C major bar chord, and you guys that have been on here know I do that. C major bar chord or bar chord to the triad, okay? So look at this beautiful triad shape. That's C, okay? We'll get to that little intro in just a minute because it's all the same thing. Stick with me, okay? C major bar chord to C major triad. So a triad is this. A lot of people are like, well, what is a triad? It's a 3-note chord. And it's built from the major scale. Here comes the music theory stuff, I warned you. So if we take a C major scale, it's a blueprint for everything, major scale. We take the first, third, and fifth note out of that scale to build the triad. So here's what I mean, 1, 2, 3. So third note is E, 4, 5, and the fifth note is G. So a C major triad, C, E, G, and wouldn't you know it, this is C, E, G, okay? Now, I'm gonna point out something too. If you look at what string set I'm on, I'm using the open strings as a reference. So if someone says play the triad on the, this is the DGB string set, we're just referring to what 3 strings I'm actually on. Now the notes I'm playing are C, E, G. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Following me? So here's something I hit on here all the time. This bar chord to triad. Okay, so if you can just get this, and you gotta keep a rhythmic flow with it. So if you can't get that, just do the bar chord, triad, or just do the triad. Rhythm is king, okay? So here's what's cool. Then we move it down here, okay? G, and at the end we're gonna I'm gonna show you how all these pieces fit together. And then G bar chord, and then you got the same triad shape. We're on the same string set, okay? This is the triad, so we got to take the 1. Here's the G major scale, okay? 1, first note G, third note B, and the fifth note D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, G, B, D. Look, G, B, D. I want to show you this. That's so fun. Anyways, those were just all like a little triad move. G bar chord, G triad. Remember, having fun. Sometimes when we have fun on guitar, we're going to get a little off course. Okay? So now we're going to slide up to the A minor bar chord. And inside of that, wouldn't you know it, A minor triad. Now let me show you the shape. What do you notice the difference? I'm not flipping you okay. You see that right there? Instead of playing A major, A, C sharp, E, we need to do minor. So we take the third. This is a little theory thing for you. Take the third, you flat it to make it a minor. Okay, minor triad. So you take that off. If I flat it, it means I move it down towards the neck, and look. That's why I'm making a bar, so A, C, E. So just a kind of quick review, watch this. Bar chord, triad. This is C, of course. And then to the G bar chord to the G triad. A bar chord to A minor triad. You can do a little lick, and this is what I'm telling you guys. Gotta put in the work. You gotta always know what is around the area you're in and where you're going. And it's not like you're thinking about it consciously. Eventually it's just gonna flow. Okay, so bar triads. Let's just run the triads. C, G. This could be like a little intro to a song you're writing. C, one more time, G, A minor. Okay, there's that. Now let's go back to what I did in the beginning, and then let's see if we can kind of paste it all, connect it all, okay? So right here, that is a C triad. But let me ask you this, why does this, we're gonna get a little nerdy with the theory and then we'll move on. Don't worry, don't leave. You got this. I'm gonna make you smarter. Maybe you'll make me smarter, okay? C, and this is C. Okay, so you see how this has like a mellow quality to it? You tell me, drop in the comments. Put in your own words, what does this sound like to you? To me, this has this like mellow, makes me like feel like the yellow afternoon sunshine. Okay, so look, C, E, G, okay? But this is a 5-13, a second inversion triad. Hey guys, you're playing a 5-13 triad. I always feel cool when I call it a 5-13. All that means is this, 5-1-3. Remember how I told you a triad is the first, third, and fifth note? C, E, G. In this case, we have the fifth note we play first. It's the lowest fundamental note, right? The low E is the lowest fundamental note on the guitar. And then we have the A string and the D string. So we've got G, C, E, or 5-1-3, G, C, E. So it's still a G major triad, C major triad, but it's a second inversion, which is a 5-13. See, that's why I just feel cool. I played a 5-13 triad today. I played a second inversion there. Music's deep, man. You guys see C. Now here's the cool. Let's just move it up to when I went up here, remember? And I moved it up. So that is a G second inversion triad. Now let me point out something. I told you we're gonna get a little geeky with the theory. But this is super important. You always want to know where your root note is in your triad. So even though I'm going 5-1-3, that means the 1, your root in this triad shape on this string set. And what string set are we on now? Now we're on the EAD string set. You always use the open strings as your reference point, okay? But this is G, right? Excuse me, this is D, G, B. 5-1-3, because the G major triad's G, B, D. But we're playing D, G, B. 5-13. And here's what's cool. When we moved up here, here's your A minor, second inversion, your A minor 5-13. So right there, guys, I learned a G, C, A minor 5-13 chord progression. Just say that to someone that's your musician friend, or say that to somebody that doesn't even know music and see what they say to you. Look, C, G, to A minor, 5-13. Sounds beautiful. Arpeggiate. Okay. One more geeky theory thing. Now, the reason this, let's do that first triad I showed you, remember, out of the bar chord? Let's go back. Remember, C major triad, C, E, G. This is a 1-3-5. So this is a beautiful shape, nice clean order, C, E, G, boom. Sounds different, not just because of the string set you're on, it's about the way it's made, okay? So let me explain. See how this has a beautiful mellow quality? And I do play that shape like that, because I like to sometimes put my first finger on the B, and that's for another day, though, we'll say that. But see, from here to here is called an interval. So we got a couple of stacked intervals here. We've got this note on this note. I'm going deep here, and we're nerding out real fast. Don't throw up, or try not to, okay? So we got G to C, okay? So that's your first interval, and then we got to stack this C to E, and then when you do all three, that is a C major second inversion, or C 5-13 triad. The reason it sounds the way it does is because these first two notes, the way they're stacked from G to C, that is a perfect fourth interval. So that interval's there. That has just automatically, whether you know it or not, that just has a certain quality to it. That's what music is. It's just intervals, the way we put our chords together. It's the choices we make. And then from here to here, that's a major third. See, like if I played them separate, like fourth, major third, and then all of them, that creates a flavor. So that's a sonic flavor. So C, 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 C. What a good exercise. Try this. See that? So look, and then the G. That's a cool thing. Try that. G. So 5-13 to just G 1-3-5. Okay, Okay, and then the A minor. Okay, so there you go. So those are, just add those triads and see what you can come up with. Try and just do those inversion ones, okay? And I didn't touch on this, but I did play this in the beginning. This is an A minor triad as well, but this one's a 1-3-5. So it's like this one, but instead of on the DGB string set, it's on the EAD, and it's this. So you could do this. Just all inversions, okay? Start over. This one. See that? That's what makes music fun. As soon you could just learn, and be honest, if you've never played any of those triads I've ever shown, or you don't even know what a triad is, just drop it in the comments. And it's nothing to like be ashamed of or be like, oh, it's okay if somebody doesn't show you. Hopefully I'll be honored if I was able to show you for the first time, okay? But see, now let's just kind of wrap this up. See if you can take some of the open chords with some of those different triads, but we'll keep the chord progression the same. So what if we did, like, let's do C open chord, and then we'll go to G triad, second inversion, and then we'll go to A minor open chord. So watch. There's one flavor. Let's do another example. Let's do C triad here, okay? And we'll go to G bar chord, and then to this A minor 1-3-5 triad. So let's see. I switched it up, didn't I? Whoops. So you're still making music. So you guys see what you can do here. And here's the thing. You gotta look at the guitar as a rhythm. It's a drum set. Okay, so if you have some open strings ring out in it, and you're trying to just get these three, that's okay, as long as you keep it musical, okay? And it's gonna work in this key because we're in the key of C, no sharps or flats, and if you add those. Man, I have this little cut right here. Did I tell you that already? It hurts like a but it's okay. We made it through. All right. Drop any comments, any questions. We have memberships on here. We've got some members. You guys are amazing. If you join, cool. You support the channel. If you don't join, I'll cry a little bit, but I still love you anyways. Keep coming back. Watch the videos here somewhere. Get the one. Learn those triads. Start putting them into what you do. Use them to like create melodies. Use them to create chord voicings. Use them to be musical. Use them to be you. I'm me, you're you, obviously. Drop Jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Riff on that like button. YouTube's been hard lately, but it's all good. I love you guys. I don't care, as long as we can help one person, you, then that's all I care about. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep playing this thing. It's the best. Peace.